I started doing SFX makeup when I was 6 years old. I was on the set of a short film my parents were making, and it was a parkour zombie movie. My mom's best friend, Terry Poe, was a makeup artist, and when I saw her attach ribs to an actor, I realized that everything I saw in movies was makeup and make-believe. My mind was blown. And from that day forward, I was obsessed with creating looks. My first inspiration was Terry. She taught me how to create looks with gelatin, and she got me a few things to start my makeup kit. From there, I started watching Ellie Mac's videos on YouTube. I would watch her videos and then try to create the same look she created. Eleanor Rosander was my second inspiration, and she's responsible for helping me understand that I can create any look out of almost anything. My brothers also helped me by being my models, but I was doing it so much, like 6 hours a day, they got tired of it, so my mom bought me a plastic head to work on. And every birthday and every Christmas, my parents got me a little bit more stuff to add to my makeup kit. When I turned 10 years old, Eleanor Rosander announced she was teaching a workshop in New York. I wanted to go so bad, but they said I was too young. But my mom submitted some of my work and they accepted me. I got to take a workshop with a bunch of professional SFX makeup artists. At first, I was intimidated, but I had great teachers. Eleanor Rosander, Allie Gordon, and Melissa Popsel. They taught me a bunch of new techniques, how to make silicone molds and silicone prosthetics. Silicone prosthetics are made for movies because they have a seamless look, but I prefer sculpting latex prosthetics because Eleanor Rosander is a master at them, and they are more forgiving to work with. Latex is mainly good for Halloween costuming because they tend to cost a lot less and are easy to apply. When I was 12 years old, my teacher, Allie Gordon, invited me to take an advanced mask making session at a school in Belgium with Wayne Anderson, and I really wanted to go, but COVID made things very difficult. I haven't received 2 scholarships to go. The class got rescheduled, so I went just after my 13th birthday in June 2021. It was a difficult journey, it was very hard to leave the US, and it was also hard to get back. My mom and I were almost deported, and we went to airport jail in Belgium. I didn't know airports had jail cells. We sat in a holding room while police officers reviewed our paperwork from behind a glass wall. We were in a cell with a guy that was talking to himself, and there were cots that had been slept in. I was really worried we were gonna have to stay there in that cell. But then, one of the officers came and got us after a short while and brought us to his desk. He said he verified the school, but he was suspicious because I was so young. My mom explained that I had a special skill, and this was the only school that could teach me. The officer asked my mom to provide proof that I had these skills, so she pulled up my Instagram and showed it to him. He was quiet, but then he started talking to the other officers. They all gathered around and started speaking in language I didn't understand, but they seemed excited. Then the officer turned to us and said, "This is like Walking Dead stuff. We love Walking Dead!" I wonder if this was my ticket out. Would Walking Dead get my mom and I out of airport jail? Then the officer handed my mom back her phone, then thought for a second, and then stamped our passports. We were told we could leave. I was so excited until I realized how hard and unforgiving the class was. If you made one mistake, your entire mold would get destroyed or your mask wouldn't turn out. I was lucky, and my mold survived the class and the trek across the seas. But every day, for 10 hours straight, I was a bit panicked. I had come all this way, and for my creation to not turn out, that would be terrible. But it did turn out just fine. Not exactly as I envisioned, but for my first time, I'm happy with it. There were a few times I thought I might have a mental breakdown. But Eleanor Rosander taught me that as an artist, I need to find my own workflow and stay balanced. She said working on a set is stressful, and everyone wants everything now at that moment. And you must be able to stay calm and do your work as the way it needs to be done. Since that workshop in New York, I have worked professionally on nearly a dozen different jobs. I have done rep videos, PSAs, a short film, a movie, a haunt, and now this awesome gallery. I'm excited to be included in Art League Lincoln because I love my city and this space. I feel honored and excited to be celebrated and given the chance to share something I'm passionate about. Normally when I earn money, I put it towards the next thing I'm going to learn in SFX or use it to get more stuff for my kit. But I think this time, I'd like to take my cousins to Disneyland. They've never gone. And it's important they experience it when they're kids, right? And I'm still just a kid who wants to be a kid. I hope you enjoy my prosthetics show and remember how fun it is to make believe. And I also want to share my story in hopes that anyone that comes to my show can discover how they can overcome their fears. For me, it's facing them. I was scared to do the advanced training because I didn't think I was ready. I was really scared when I went to Belgium airport jail. But I was even more scared thinking I had traveled thousands of miles, went to jail, and worked my butt off, only to fail miserably. As you can see, I made it back, and my work has just begun. Thank you so much for coming. Enjoy the show.
Special effects prosthetics making is a 3D artistic medium that involves a process of conceptualizing, sculpting with clay and/or latex, mold casting, chemical bonding, and painting. Latex prosthetics are generally used in Halloween costuming because of their durability, simple application, and cost. Silicone prosthetics are generally used in film and television because of their seamless look, which adds realism. A prosthetic is an interactive artistic experience. The artist creates the prosthetic and the user paints it with makeup. Some prosthetics come pre-painted, but this can be limiting as everyone has different skin tones and it's important the user is able to color match as closely as they can with their own skin. Zeebloodyninja uses his own prosthetics on all his film shoots. He can also sculpt a prosthetic onto an actor. Once the prosthetic is applied, you add makeup, and in most cases blood, as the most popular use for prosthetics is for Halloween or for productions hiring a special effects artist to create wounds, scars, cuts, and bruises. Prosthetic quality and mastery. Understanding the quality of a prosthetic is important to the user experience. First and foremost, if the edges of a prosthetic are more than paper thin, this demonstrates quality craftsmanship and dedication. Depth in each piece also creates a quality experience. Texture can be very subtle or very prominent depending on the look you are going for, but every piece should have some texture, even the clean cuts. Accuracy of the concept shows the artist has researched the anatomy of their piece and used original reference points and has not copied the likes of another artist.